What's up, everyone? It is your boy, Victor Freeze, and I know it's been a long, long time since I have made one of these. I promise you, you won't have to wait any longer. Hit my Catherine music. So, today, I have a very special topic, and usually, I don't go into too much detail about, my love life or anything like that. That's just not something that I do. But, I kind of want to get into something today that is important to me. It's something that I've realized recently, and I realize it because it's something that I think of internally, like pretty much every day. I'm not gonna beat around the bush any longer. I already do that enough. So let's get into it. How far are you willing to go? That is the question of the day. How far are you willing to go? And what I mean by that is, like, if the thing that you wanted, like, since forever and a day, if that thing that you wanted had an unforeseen thing to it. Let me give you an example. So, let's say you grew up like I grew up, you know? You in a black household, It's kind of, it's kind of hard to bring a person of another race over. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like that's just how it is. You know, my family know how it is. But like, what if you meet someone and they're the opposite race, and and you're like, man, this is something special. Like I have to do this. But you have to. But that's the caveat. Is that they're an opposite race. Well, are you gonna lay into a ball and cry, or what you gonna do? That's the thing. Like what I'm trying to get at is like there can like a lot of people in this world wait for that perfect circumstance. That perfect circumstance. They wait for it. They're like, if it comes to me, then I'll know what to do with it. You hear that a lot. If it comes to me, I'll know what to do with it. Well, what if it never comes to you? Like then what? Like what if it doesn't show up at your doorstep? What if it doesn't show up at your bar? What if it doesn't show up at your local eatery? Like what if it doesn't show up where you're at? Well, I guess you're just screwed then, right? Is that what it is? I don't think that's a good way to measure that. I don't think that's the way. You know, that thing, that perfect thing, that perfect situation, that perfect person is out there for you. But more times than not, it's probably not going to show up on your fucking doorstep. You're probably going to have to search for it, you know? And when you search for it, and when you search for it, and when you search for it, especially like when you're in my age bracket, I'm in my mid 20s, right? I'm in my mid 20s. I got a job. I got a place. Lights stay on. I could pay the bills. I could pay electricity. I could pay the internet. Things are good. But like when you're 25, like I know like you're still young in terms of that, but like you might want to start like look around and be like, oh hey, maybe I should get someone to rock with. You know what I'm saying? So when you go searching and searching and searching, you go searching, you go looking, and then unexpectedly one day, something that, because there's no perfect person in this world. Let's understand that. But like someone that is perfect for you, that's totally understandable. That is totally there. Let's say you find that person. That person is there, and y'all click instantly. It's like instantaneous that y'all both click. But guess what? She's in another state. what you do. Are you like, oh well, if she comes down here, then it's fine? No, man. Like, I mean, that can be something that you work out. Like, maybe you work out going up though. Maybe they work out coming down here. But like, if you find that person, like, do it. Like, don't, like, at least put it in motion. It's not like, I'm not saying like force it. I'm not saying like be a weird dude or nothing like that. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying like, what I'm saying, pursue that. But here's the other topic of the day. How far are you willing to go? If that person that you seek is right in front of you, like mentally right in front of you, and you have that vibe, but let's say they have something that they're dealing with. And what I mean by that is, it could be a mental illness, could be a chronic illness, like it could be severe depression, could be anything. I'm just throwing out some things. A lot of people are like, yeah, I could do that. Yeah. But can you though? That's the true thing. But deep down, if you look at yourself and you look at what you're doing, right? And you look at how you like to operate, how you like to move, how you like to do your shit. Can you change all of that? Can you change all of that? Because all of that has to change if you're with someone and let's say they have an illness that debilitates them in some way, or they have like, some type of, mental illness, some type of physical ailments, sometimes some type of like just thing that they cannot do, like some people can't stay out in the sun too long. Some people like need to take, showers with cold water. Some people can't feel pain and they need you to make sure that they don't hurt themselves to a severe degree because they don't feel it. Like some people like have shit, you know what I'm saying? Like different shit. Some people have that. But I know what the first initial thing is like, if you took that away, man, they're perfect. Well, hold on. That could also be what makes them them. You see what I'm saying? Like, if that person didn't have that, would they be what you want them to be? Or what you, like, see them as? That's different. Also, another thing that I've noticed with people that I'm just personally friends with, there's a lot of focus on like, okay, but like, what about me? What about me? I'm going through things too. That's fine. Like, we all go through shit. Trust me, I have shit that I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that you have to realize when like meeting people at this stage, there's gonna be something up. Like, if you're my age and you're just getting into like dating again, or let's say you got out of your high school sweetheart broke up with you, or you broke up with them, or they broke a glass pane over your fucking head, and now you're single and you're out here and you're fucking in your 20s, or you're in your late 20s, early 30s, or in your mid 20s, right? And you're out here, okay, the people that you meet are gonna have some scar tissue on them. Like, let's not think you're just gonna meet some fucking virgin. Like, let's dead that. That is very unlikely to happen. I can't say it's not. It's very unlikely to happen that you just meet a person with no scar tissue. Like, you meet a person that's not going through their own shit. Like, it's not gonna be very often that you meet a person who is just like fresh to the game. That's not going down. So some people are gonna have scar tissue. And the thing that you have to look at when you get into these situations is so that you don't hurt the person, or that you don't hurt yourself mentally or emotionally, is how far are you willing to go? That's a question that you have to ask yourself. You have to. It's a necessity. How far are you willing to go for this person? And like, I could tell you this. When somebody asks me, Freeze, how far are you willing to go for this? And I said, I'll do whatever. I'll learn about whatever. I'll modify what I'm doing for whatever. I'll do whatever. Right? Cause I'm the anomaly that's coming in. You know? Like, so I have to adjust, and that person has to adjust. Cause like, they may have a routine that they're doing, and you're so cool with it, and you got so much game, and they like you so much, and y'all like each other, that y'all both can change for it. That's a good thing. That's not bad. That means they care about you enough to change something for you, to change what they're doing. That was probably, I mean, it's probably like not the most amazing thing, but they have a thing that they're doing, and they're willing to change that for you. That's an amazing thing. You got to be willing to change too if you're willing to go that far. You know? Now, is it perfectly understandable that you're like, listen, I'm doing my thing, I can't change, I think this is too big of a change? Yeah, that's understandable. That's totally understandable. But like, don't put yourself in those situations, you know, to where it's like, man, I gotta change like everything. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't know. And then you freeze up, and then they ask you like, hey, what's good? And then you're like, I don't know, because I'm not changing, right? We don't want that. That's not something that we want. You know, if cause like, if someone was cool with me and then I told them all the shit that was happening with me, and then they're like, oh, you know, actually, I feel kind of fucked up. You know? And you gotta make sure. I mean, it's a high risk still, because you could put all of your time into this, and they could be like, I'm just not ready. I'm not ready. I don't think I'll ever be ready, and you know, I don't know what to do at this point. And then you gotta make that choice. You know, like, do I stick around and wait, and you know, wait until the person's ready, help them out, or do I go do my own thing again? You know, these are tough choices that have to happen. You know, these are things that are going to come up if you're in the same spot I'm in. Like, you're single, you're in your mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s. These things are gonna come up to where it's like, are you gonna do it? Like, or are you not? Do you think you can handle it, or can you not? And if you can, well, then you have to have a talk with yourself, which is what I did earlier today, honestly. Earlier today, I had a talk with myself. And I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, I cried about it. Because it was very, you know, emotional for me, because I really needed to make sure that I got the true me come out and be like, listen, not Victor Freeze, not Mr. Bodybag, Justin Martin, do you think that you would be able to handle what you're asking for? Will you be willing to change everything? To change the whole way you do shit for this right here? And I said, for this person, I would do it in a heartbeat. For this person, it would get done. And you got to have that heart to heart with yourself, and you got to be honest with yourself. That's another thing. You have to be honest with yourself. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, man, fuck it. No. You have to be completely honest. If you can't do it, don't look at yourself as lesser than a person. Don't look at yourself as an asshole if you can't do it. That is fine. But if you can, make those steps, and I promise you, the other person's gonna know that you made that choice, and they're just gonna vibe with you more. Now you gotta make sure to follow through. Make sure to study up. Make sure to look at everything. But once you do that, you're good. That's how far you're willing to go. You're willing to put it all on the line. You're willing to do it. And you know what? there's something admirable in that. There's something that like people can respect about that you're willing to put it all on the line. But that's what it is. It's Victor fucking Freeze, and I'll see y'all next time.